Good morning, Pershing Hill families. This is Principal Christopher Woolleyhan here with a public service announcement about the start of the school year. We're going to do a little walk and talk out here in front of the school, and the main focus of this video is to talk about our dismissal procedures. Our arrival procedures are pretty simple. When you come into the school, you're going to come down this driving lane, the car lane, and pull all the way up and drop your child off. But at dismissal time, things get really busy out here, especially on 29th Division Road here. So behind me is the road. My first piece of advice when you're coming down this road and getting ready to pick your child up at school is to please be careful of folks crossing the street. We have students who will be crossing the street to get to the other side to meet families, and we want to make sure that we're careful and drive slow. And of course, with the dismissal procedures, the most important thing that you can really do is just be patient, because it's going to take a while, especially the first couple of weeks, to make sure that we do everything safely and that you get your children back to you unharmed. So I'm going to walk down the hill here. I'm heading down the hill towards the school. If you look behind me, I'm already in the car drop-off and pickup loop. That's right behind me there. And down the hill, you'll see one of our staff members, Miss Reese. We're going to head down this, the hill to Miss Reese and talk to her about what she does during dismissal time. And of course, when you're walking with your children and when you're around the school, we always encourage you to stay on the sidewalks. And then when we're down near the parking lot, which is what I'm heading down towards, to be very careful in walking and crossing into areas where cars could be pulling out. For the most part, our parents do a great job of being safe, but we want to make sure that nothing happens in the parking lot. So as I'm heading down the hill here, if you're coming into the car lane and ready to pick up your child at dismissal time, the first person that you're going to meet is Miss Reese. Miss Reese, come on up here and see me. So Miss Reese is down here with a walkie-talkie. She's standing here, and she's going to tell you a little bit about what she does here.
When you see me, you're going to stop. I'm going to ask you your child's name, and I'll walkie-talkie it down to Miss McCabe, and she'll send your student to a colorful cone at the bottom of the hill.
So tell Miss Reese who your children are, and then listen for the color cone that she tells you that she's going to have them waiting at, because way down there, way behind me in this direction, they'll be down there waiting by that colored cone. Very important that you pull down to see them. So now I'm heading down the walkway here, and one of the first places I come to is actually a lower part of the sidewalk that is an acceptable place to walk your children to get to the parking lot. If you look behind me, your children, if they are car riders and walkers, will be coming out of the building behind me, and this is one possible place to cross them. It's safer than other places, but you need to make sure that you're with them. We don't want children coming across the walkway behind me. I'll try to give you a little better view there without your support. But the curb here is lower, so it's a safer place to do that, but they should be accompanied by you. Okay, now we're heading down the hill here, and we're heading to the place that I usually stand every day, and it's out here where the students come out and kind of meet their parents. And we're also still right here side by side with the car pickup lane. So here's my duty spot, and here's where I stand in the afternoon. So if you look here, there's a sign behind me that says "Do not cross." That's really important. The nice thing, boys and girls and families, is when I'm standing out here, parents and everybody, they do a great job of not crossing here. And the reason they don't want to cross here is that it's really just not safe. There's a curb and there's a hill and there's a chance that you could fall, and plus we have all this traffic that comes down from my right through here, and most of those parents are not looking for who's crossing in front of them. They're actually looking to see, you know, where their child is, so they might miss you crossing the street. So I just need your help and support, especially with the spot where the sign says "Do not cross." For some reason, boys and girls, it's great when I'm out here, but then there are days when I'm not out here, and or I walk away and then oh my goodness, look. Oh no, this is what I'm talking about. We just had a bunch of people cross in the wrong spot. We want to thank our actors for coming out here today and giving us a little bit of help with doing this video. But I need you to help me, boys and girls and parents, by making sure that you don't cross through the car rider pickup loop down here by the school building. Okay, now I'm going to head down here to Miss McCabe. Miss McCabe is farther down. She's down here by the color cones. And we will have a lot of students, a lot of teachers down here with our car riders, and they're down here to help them know where to go when you come down with your car and you've been told what color cone to pick them up at. So moving along, I gotta pick up the pace a little bit. So behind me you can see there is a circle or a curb, and the curb has the colored cones on it behind me if you look behind me here. So when you see Miss Reese at the top of the hill, she'll tell you what cone to go to. And these are the cones that you're going to want to look at here. They're along the curb behind me. all along this curve. And this is important. Down here when we get to this curve, it's important that we only have one single lane of traffic into this part of the driveway because it narrows. And we also have these cones on the other side of the road to make sure you know not to cut into that area because we have a crossing guard here, Mr. Armstrong, who we're also going to meet. So right here I have Miss McCabe. Miss McCabe, come on up and see me. So what is it you do down here, Miss McCabe?
I tell your student which color cone to go to meet your car.
So they're going to stand right along these cones. Hey, we have a student here might be able to show us. Hey, come over here and show us how you stand by the green cone. Come on out here and stand. So here's a good example. That student's been told to stand by the green cone. Miss Reese up at the top of the hill told you that that's where to pick them up. You'll pull down and right to this green cone, and that's where you'll pick up your child. Awesome. Thank you for your help. Then our final stop is going to be up here with Mr. Armstrong, and we have our actors who are back again. Mr. Armstrong is our PE teacher. He's a very popular guy. He's often out here greeting folks as they come by. Hello, Mr. Armstrong. Say good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Pershing Hill family.
So what is it that you do here?
My role is to get you safely across the crosswalk. Please be safe. Make sure you're patient. I will get you across safely.
Okay, let's see what Mr. Armstrong does. We're going to shoot over my shoulder here.
You may cross.
And here we have folks crossing the crosswalk. This is the safest place to cross to get to our parking lot. Even though we have that place up the hill where the sidewalk flattens out, we have a crossing guard here to help you. This would be the #1 place to cross your children into the parking lot at dismissal time. Awesome. Boys and girls, parents, thank you so much for your patience. We appreciate you listening to our video, and we are mainly looking forward to your help with making our dismissal time as safe as possible. Thank you.